Hey everyone, it's Summer with AstariaSen, and today we are going to be going a walkthrough review of the Colette Baron Reid Goddess Power Tarot, illustrated by Jenna Della Grattalia. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Anyways, I've done some readings with this deck. It reads kind of powerful, actually. I think that her representation of the goddesses came out in a more modern day way. And she talks about, Colette does talk about in this, how she depicts the goddesses the way that they want them to be introduced in this deck. So the book itself is pretty good. It has a lot of information in it. It's got some card spreads. Then it talks about the meanings of the cards. It's not in color, but it does give the card. It gives like a page or so of readings on each one of them pretty much. And you get the empowerment message and the alignment message, which is kind of, it's not necessarily the equivalent of upside down cards. I don't really read with reversals, but it kind of gives this idea of things to work on, things that empower you and things you can work on kind of thing. That's the idea that I have when I read through it. But otherwise, it's pretty powerful because it's not, it's goddess energy, in my opinion, and the readings are, it's not like right in your face kind of readings, but they kind of, the cards I think call you out in a pretty big way. So this is the box. I like the box. It came in a much bigger box too, so, but I like the little boxes that it comes in because it's easier to carry them around. It's got this cute little quote. And then the cards. So the cards are very pretty. I do like the cardstock of them. They're a little bit big for my hands. I have small hands. And this would be like more of a normal size deck. So there are quite a bit bigger than a normal size deck in general, but they're also oracle cards, so most people tend to see them as bigger anyways. There is 52 cards in this deck. The art is pretty cool. I like the art in it. They're not super good at like a riffle shuffle, but for the most part, I mean, they shuffle fairly well. They slide between each other decently. They don't really stick. They have a matte finish, so it's not real shiny, which I like. So we'll go ahead and take a look at these cards. Here's the backs. Very pretty, very subtle backs. And all right, let's go ahead and get into it. I will zoom in here. Oop, that might be a little too far. Anya is pretty. I really like Aphrodite. A lot of these cards are just stunning. Normally, I don't really go for cards that has like real people in them, like in the sense of a real person with the images digitally done around them. But I really do like this deck. I'm very happy with this purchase. I wasn't sure that I would be, honestly, but I use it as an overall kind of reading. So I'll mix it. I can mix this with almost any of my tarot decks that I currently have, even my fairy ones. And it'll work well in a reading as like a one main overall card for a tarot reading. I haven't tried using it with other oracle decks yet. I'm not sure that I will. It stands alone fairly well, and the cards are powerful enough to stand by themselves and give a really deep or rich meaning to a friend, a client, tarot practice, yourself as a daily pull. I did use these cards also on my altar, so I went ahead and pulled a card for a month when I did my altar so I can have goddess energy for that month, and I left it on my altar for the entire month. And it worked out pretty well. I felt like it was a good representation, and since I don't have like a matron or patron goddess, I like the ability to have all of these goddesses available to me. And by having this deck, I have that option in a more illustrated or physical sense that helps me see a goddess better or research a goddess more based off when I might pull for the month to set on my altar for energies. So basically this is a pretty deck, very well done. I think it's well thought out. And I do think that we need to bring more of the old styles into new modern ways. So I do like this deck. I know there was a little bit of controversy, but honestly, it's one of my favorite goddess decks, and it's probably one of the only ones that I really like by Colette Baron Reid currently. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great day.